The very first idea of how universe made of was simple. All you need is earth, fire, water and air. From these four elements, you can create anything you want. This idea is simple and elegant, but as theories go, it had a problem. It didn't predict anything that could be measured, and measurement is the basis of experiment science. But after that, Lysippus of Miletus came up with the great idea that everything we see is made of tiny, indivisible bits of stuff called atoms. And after centuries of work, we established that all elements and all stuff around us can be broken down into atoms. In Luciferius theory, atom is the smallest and indivisible. The only thing wrong with this idea is that atoms are in fact divisible. All matter around us, stars, galaxies, planets, you and me. This matter accounts for less than 5% of known universe. About 25% is dark matter and 70% is dark energy. Dark energy and dark matter made 95% of the universe, and all the other visible matter is only 5%. Still, we don't know what dark energy is. It's all around us, but we can't see them because nothing interacts with it. So how do we even know it's there? All the stuff that made from atom is visible. Light bounces off it and we can see it. When we look out there, we see stars and galaxies. All are beautiful and spinning through space. When scientists measured motion of galaxies, they found out that there is not enough visible stuff in those groups to hold them together. From what we see, they out to fly apart, but they don't. So there has to be some stuff to hold them together. We call that stuff dark matter. All the evidence says there is something weird out there. Recently, group of scientists research on near galaxy clusters because they are great source of dark matter. They can see that how its gravity affect light. Like any other object with mass, it distorts fabric of space-time. As a result, when light passes by, it bends almost if it were passing through physical lens. So if there is blob of dark matter between galaxy and us, that galaxy will look warped and magnified. Researchers found different size of lens objects. By determining how strongly they lensed, astronomers were able to map out where dark matter was and how much was there. Right now we have more idea about what dark matter is not than what it is. We know it is not just cloud of normal matter because it could emit particle we could detect. Dark matter is not antimatter because antimatter produces unique gamma ray when it reacts with normal matter. Dark matter is not also made up of black holes. So we know that something is out there with lot of amount and only interact with gravity. Ever since 1929, when Edwin Hubble had discovered that the universe was expanding, most people believed that this expansion rate had to slow down because of attractive nature of gravity pulling matter. For measurement to make, we need to build a very large telescope like Hubble. We need some kind of measurement technique to establish standard luminosity that these galaxies could be compared to, but not all galaxies are equally bright. This standard luminosity is called a standard candle. Late 1980s and early 90s, group of scientists come up with clever way to measure the true distance and redshift of very distant galaxies by trying to find recent, very special type of type 1a supernova, because type 1a supernova explode about the same luminosity because they grow about the same size. So by measuring the brightness and size of this supernova, scientists can ascertain the distance, and by measuring the redshift of this same light, they could determine how much space had expanded from the time the light left the supernova. By making this measurement, they could get an idea how much space had expanded over different time frames, and thus how fast galaxies are moving away from Earth. The results were shocking because not only was the Earth expanding, it was speeding up. The expansion rate was accelerating. Scientists describe this as throwing an apple in the air, waiting for it to come down, only to find that it took off like a rocket into outer space. So the question is, if an apple took off like a rocket, where did the energy come from? Apparently, this is happening with our universe, and scientists are coming up with different theories to explain expansion and acceleration of the universe. Gravity is universal force, and it is attractive. We have data that says universe is expanding and expansion rate is accelerating. Our intuition says it should slow down and stop at some point, but data we collected it strongly disagree, and in physics data is everything. That means our idea is wrong and we have to come up with a different idea to match our data. Now in order for the expansion of universe to be getting faster, we need some form of gravity that was repulsive, that form of energy called dark energy. We are not 100% sure about this hypothesis, although there are many measurements that support the idea. The model that fits the current data indicate that dark energy is not dynamical but stays constant throughout space and time. Could dark energy be photon or radiation? No, because photon and radiation goes down as space expands. Dark energy, however, stays the same. So as more space is created, more dark energy is created. We also have another idea called quintessence. Quintessence is an energy field that varies in time. There is a lot of research going on dark energy and dark matter. Researchers are coming up with different experiments to find solid proofs. We need to understand that science is slow growing field, but it's just matter of time. So that's it for today's video. Peace.